Hello there, friends, supporters, and casual viewers. We are back with another replay cast. Bringing back Zelot once again here in the bottom right-hand corner. The yellow Zerg player, we love him. And down in the bottom left, we've got Ever P Simple. Guess we'll call him Simple. Probably Ever is his clan name. Zelot's got his own clan name up there too. It's NSU. That's from when they were doing a lot of was it the University League or whatever it was. I didn't see a lot of that online. I tried to look for some of those games. It seems like they were doing a lot of streaming of that you know, about a few months ago. I'm not sure what's actually going on with that. I'd love to get some of those replays, but for now, we're going to stick with our ladder replays here and continue to push forward with finding more content in the future. It looks like was this a 9 pool? So he actually gets a pretty early pool, or over pool, I guess, from Zelot here. And one of the reasons why we're watching this game right now, guys, this ZVP, even though this guy here, this orange Protoss player, is not a professional player. At least I don't think he is. He may be incognito here on a throwaway ID, some other really important professional player. He's at 420 APM, so he's definitely a good high-ranking Protoss player. But the reason we're watching this today is mostly because I just got through with playing about 6 games on ladder, losing 6 games in a row versus Protoss, which kind of broke my spirit, if we're being honest here. I feel like I have a mental block now with just how badly I got turned over by these Protoss players on ladder. A lot of BM as well coming from Koreans on that ladder. It's super annoying. But now we're here gonna watch Zelot hopefully beat this Protoss player to a pulp, and I hope I'm gonna learn something as well. We've got the third base on the way here. Yeah, I really want to figure out what is it that Zelot's going to do here. What is the secret sauce to beating Protoss? Because man, oh man, is it hard. It is so frustratingly hard. I've got some tips from a guy in my clan. Shout out to Shun. He's a pretty cool guy who's letting me know what I'm doing wrong right now, but let's see what it looks like to do it right here. Zelot gonna be throwing down a Hydralisk den here in the main base. Looks like it's gonna be a Hydralisk bust here. Only one cannon out so far. He's done a good job of pushing this probe away, and he's keeping the lings out here in the front. I think this is one thing that I absolutely need to work on, is getting rid of that scouting probe in the early game, not allowing him to know about my tech choices. Probe is moving around the outside. Maybe he wants to sneak through this area here, come down through it here, try to make it forward. The Zelot goes ahead and heads back home. I think that's an unfortunate development here for Everp Simple. Just call him Simple. Sorry, I'm just speaking his whole name. Simple here is not going to know about this incoming rush here. He sends in the probe and actually sees one Hydra, so that is big information. He knows it's not a Spire play. Immediately throwing down a cannon here. Should be throwing down another cannon in just a second. We've got the Stargate here in the main. This is optimal right now here for Zelot. He pulls off of gas. He needs minerals super bad here. What is Simple spending his money on right now? He needs to be spending it on some cannons here at the front. Only 2 cannons are going to finish. 3 is not enough to hold off a massive wave of Hydras like the one that's being produced right now. 3 more in production, more popping out right here, right now. Simple. It's gonna have a hard time holding on here. He's still not throwing down cannons. His money is going a little bit high now. Finally goes ahead and throws down 1, 2 more cannons. Not enough panic here for our orange Protoss player. Maybe underestimating Zealot a little bit, not thinking that he's gonna go for this full-on attack here at the front. 3 more cannons are in production, but these 3 are dangerously placed here in the front. Ooh, I love this. Zealot stacking up the Hydras. Runs forward immediately, guns down that cannon so fast. Second cannon immediately goes down. Third cannon falling as well. Beautiful play there by Zealot. I'm definitely going to be using that move in my games. Stacking up the Hydras like that. It takes a lot of APM, certainly, but he's going to do it again. Getting the Hydras in a nice straight line here. 3 cannons are done, but you can see how quickly 3 cannons does fall, and 3 cannons do fall here at the front. I guess that's how you do it. Zealot takes that game. Just build Hydras, man. Problem solved. I hope you didn't think that that was all that I had for you here today. We've got Simple in the top left-hand corner, Zealot in the bottom left, the rematch. Yes, indeed. Back-to-back games here on the ladder. Simple gonna get his revenge, possibly. At least he's gonna get a chance to try to take down Zealot here. And we'll see if Zealot wants to do a similar build to that last game. So far, he's made the overpool. Gonna go ahead and try to snag his natural, sending out 1 drone, looks like towards that 3rd base. Forge is coming up now, and let's see how many Lings Zealot ends up producing. This is interesting. I've heard from my coach, I've heard from Shun that you're actually supposed to avoid going for the early pool. Kind of slows down your build by quite a lot. Now, hiding a drone does the job a lot better. Get that quick 12 hatch and get the later pool. Definitely, I can see the benefits, but Zealot just relying. He's definitely a ladder Zerg, right? He's been beaten enough with cheese on the ladder. He knows that having that early pool up is going to pay dividends as long as he uses the Lings early effectively and hits his macro production cycles accordingly as well. He's pushing away this 1 little probe here. Probe out on the map, being constantly chased. You can just see how good Zealot is at denying this probe from scouting here, keeping the 1 Zergling on the back, and the other 3 constantly trying to cut this probe off. Looks like he will manage to get through this 3rd base, but looky here, a bunch of Lings coming across the map, a big Ling flood here, but a 2nd cannon just out of range of the Overlord. Are you kidding me? It feels like Simple kind of predicting this play, even pulling the probes right away. He's gonna lose the cannon, but this was an amazing play from Simple. You can see the Overlord here. Zealot knows the range of the cannon so perfectly. He placed this Overlord just outside the range and to see how many cannons were being built. He saw 1, but he didn't see this other one in the back, so he pulls the trigger on a Zergling timing. Does not end up paying off here. He's gonna try and surround the Zealot. I think the Zealot will be fine. As the 2nd cannon finishes up, you can see him just barely moving that Overlord back a tiny bit. He does not want to take any damage from that cannon. We'll be pulling back even further now. A Hydra's Den has been spotted. Hydra Den here from Zealot once again. Is it going to be the 973? We've got 5 drones here in the natural. 3 here at the third base. So not exactly 973, but of course he has been hiccuped in his economy by making those early lings. Looks like he's gonna get a really relatively decent surround on these zealots, but really great splitting there by Simple, keeping them alive. Oh, 3 lings here on 1 HP. Each and every one of them a single shot away from death here. Zelot's gonna come up now into the third base, almost getting a drone there, but does manage to pull away in time, covering a bit of that shielding. Zelot will have to deal with Zelot attacks in multiple locations. That was a tough sentence to say, guys, to tell you what. Zelot is a player and a unit in this game, so it gets a little bit confusing, I know. Now we've got Zelot's going to work on this third base, and let me tell you, this is not a good position to find yourself in as Zerg. It's very, very uncomfortable. Losing out on the mining, even though it's only 3 drones on these patches, it still hurts quite a lot, surprisingly a lot. Zelot's going to continue to make Hydralisk here. Even though he didn't lose any drones, his economy has been put down in the dirt, I'll say. Is really not able to do much here except for continue to produce Hydras. A lot of them filing across the map, and look at the cannons in the front. We have here 6 cannons. Extra pylon here in the back. That's correct. I don't know what that's for, as we've got plenty of pylons here in the front, but another cannon coming up. So Simple recognizing his mistake last game, not enough cannons. There we go, the stacking again. I love it. Zelot gonna run forward and shoot down 3 cannons here in quick succession, bringing up the lings as well. Good blocking with the 1 Zelot though. You can see that not all the Hydras were able to fire there. Getting that 1 Zelot up in front, it doesn't seem like a huge difference, but it's absolutely a deal breaker here for the Zerg player, if he can break this or not. He's gonna take out the wall, but you can see 5 drones in production. These Hydras, and these will be the last that pop out. How many kills on this Corsair? 1 kill Corsair, so doing a decent little bit of damage there. Killing off 1 Overlord during this kind of manic phase right here, where Zelot is trying to deal as much damage as possible, trying to break through. It's difficult to also pay attention to your Overlords at that time. Could be seeing more kills here as the second Corsair comes to join. Oh, do we have 2? Okay, so each Corsair has a kill. That means 2 Overlords have fallen. We're getting close to a supply block here. 2 Overlords on the way, but he jumps forward onto these Overlords that are already damaged. 1 goes down. Potentially another here in a second. These Hydras being stupid, not actually running forward to help. He's got to focus one of them. One of the Corsairs should be focused there, but he loses 2 Overlords and supply blocked, even though 2 Overlords did pop out just a second ago. Once again in the supply deficit. Lurker immediately on the way. I like the layer here immediately, knowing that he's not going to break through this natural area. Straight on into Lurkers is a decent response. Of course, the Evolution Chamber also fantastic. Doing all the right things here to try and make a comeback. Zelot gonna throw down his 6th hatchery. No, he's only at 5 hatcheries here, so pretty brutal position right now. I think Simple has his 4 gateways. He could absolutely add on another 2 here. He's got the money for it. Eating some storm now. Another gas being taken, as you do when going for Lurkers. Looks like the first few Lurkers going to be morphed here in just a moment. DT sliding into the natural expansion here. Gonna pick off a couple of drones. This drone on the gas. One more. Nope, just two. We'll back away now. Zelot's trying to move out. They almost have that speed in +1. It's about to finish, and lurkers are on the way here. Looks like Zelot wants to get a contain going on his opponent as quickly as possible. We don't have a robo. Okay, there's the robo. So actually, Simple completely prepared for this eventuality here. Lurker's gonna burrow, but easily run away. Zelot, or Simple, just gonna lose a single Zealot and send the rest across the map. Plenty of Hydras here to defend. What do we have over at the third base? Hydras over here as the Zealots come up. Uh-oh, he needs to be on this ramp. Oh no, the Zealot's gonna run straight up here. If you're standing on this ramp, this does absolutely nothing, but Zelot making a small error, not sending the Hydras right to the ramp. He's gonna lose a drone for it, and a potential to lose these Hydras as well. I like tucking them behind the mineral patches, but the DT comes in, gets a couple more kills, and will sneak on back out once again. A great move there by Simple. And Zealot falling further and further behind, although he has a decent... Oh no, a big storm there as well. Does so much damage to these lurkers. Every lurker is hurt, and just one storm away from death now at this point. Even setting up his lurkers in range of a cannon. Not a lot going right here for Zealot at the moment. As you can see there. Observatory on the way. This lurker contain will be broken with relative ease here, I think. Oh, how many kills? Oh, I didn't see how many kills. This got 2 kills. I think a few more kills went down, as we do have an Overlord supply block there. And I think this contain will easily be broken here by Simple. The moment he has an observer out, he's got a ton of Dragoons. He's even going to clear these cannons here at the front just to make his job a little bit easier. Zealot not going to be able to hold that area. Decides to back away. More lurkers coming up here. I think that was the lurker that was made behind the mineral patches here a little bit earlier. So good of Zealot to bring that up. Ooh, drop is done. I did not see that, but drop is ready. Where is Zealot going to go with this drop? Couple of lurkers over in this area. Looks like the army gonna move out here. Lurkers are not burrowed or in position. Big storm there at the front. We've got this drop coming in. Big fight here. But the real story, I think, is going to be this drop and how much damage it can do. A couple more lurkers over on this side. Everything's been pushed back here. Simple breaking this contain, forcing Zealot away. And here comes that drop. 2 cannons in the main is a big problem here for our Zerg player. He's going to go ahead and drop right on in between the main and natural. Perhaps hoping to catch some... Oh, he's not actually going to drop. He's just going to hold position here. Oh, he hope he doesn't lose this. Another drop here. Those lurkers that were placed down in this location. All the probes going to be pulled to the assimilator in the main base. These 2 lurkers could get a lot of damage. Great pull away here by Simple, though. Simple able to keep that alive. These 2 lurkers not really getting too many kills either. It looks like 2 kills on this. Oh, 5 kills there. Oh my god, he got a really great hit, it looks like, on a ton of these probes. 7 kill lurker right there, and he's diving here on the natural. Going after, or on the third base, excuse me, going after this Nexus. But what does he have back at home? This huge army is bearing down on his front door. Massive storm there on the left-hand side. Hydra's on the right, gonna get stormed as well. And this army, I don't think it can be stopped here. Zealot, he may have gotten some good damage in the main and natural, but I don't think he's going to be able to survive. Yeah, just not much popping out for him. He's got 10 Hydras on the way. The Hydras in the back being held off by Storms and Dragoons. He's bringing back his Hydras from that third base location, but he just really doesn't have too much left. All of his drones are dying. GG. Man, oh man, that was some really great harassment there by Zelot. We can see how much gas he had stored up. I wish he would have thrown a bunch of lurkers down back at the natural just to keep himself alive and you know, hold off this counterattack for a little bit longer. If you've got, you know, 5-6 lurkers here, this game is completely different because you have to take your time moving through this location. You can't just send all your zealots forward to get eaten up. You know, if there's 6 to 8 lurkers right in this area, you're slowly creeping forward. You use a lot of these storms to deal with that, and then the Hydra's coming from behind and the Hydra's coming from the main can clean up a lot better. Anyway, that was an interesting one, and a 1-1 between Zealot and Simple, and I think you know where we're going to next. That's right, we got another one here, played in a row. Sometimes the ladder do be like that, man. You just get the same player over and over again. I've experienced it myself. Had some seriously BM Korean players and get them over and over again. It's very tilting. But I digress. We've got Zelot here in the top left-hand corner. We've got Simple in the bottom right. And a tiebreaker. Gonna find out who is gonna take this series here on Vermeer, this impromptu series between two very high-level ladder players. Simple gonna start off. He's changing it up, man. He's going for a gateway this time in the front. Wants to place some pressure onto his opponent. Zealot, though, sticking with his guns here. Same overpool timing as every game thus far. Gets his hatchery as normal. Been producing just one set of lings here. Should be taking the third base relatively soon. And could be putting on some pressure across the map, as his opponent is just going to have one Zealot here. Not going to have too much to defend, just straight to the ramp with him, not sending it across the map. He sees that lings are on the way. Knows better than to send that puppy out on the map. Could end up losing this pylon if he's not careful. Just going to keep that back at home. Nexus on the way. So not too scared. Sometimes if the Protoss is really scared, they'll throw down a forge here right away. Since he's got this probe still alive and he's seeing the number of lings that are popping out, he knows he can just grab this Nexus. Doesn't want to allow any lings into his main, but he'll probably send this second Zealot across the map, if I had to guess. Some more lings being produced here. We don't have ling speed just yet. Yeah, just starting that gas now. We'll see if he actually goes for ling speed here. Ling speed can be strong against these types of Zealot openers. You know he's going to be pushing out across the map here before anything like Hydra, before anything like Muta can hit the field, and right on into a Hydraless den. That's what I love about Zealot. Consistency, man. Consistently consistently cheesy. This guy consistently aggressive, we'll say. Not particularly cheesy, but just always aggressive. He likes to play his game his way. He doesn't want to mess around and try to hold whatever weirdness that's going to come out of this Protoss player. He just wants to go over there and mess his shit up and see if he can take the game as quickly as possible. If not, at least dictate the pace and force the Protoss player to play by his rules. There's quite a few lings that have been produced. We've got Hydra speed on the way. More drones are popping out here. But this probe is problem. He's seeing the number of drones at that third base, and he's probably scratching his head right now, thinking, you know, what's going on here? Are you gonna Hydra bust me again 3 times in a row? And that is indeed what he's going to be doing. Zealot 5 Hydras in production. He is ready to go. He's ready to take this game. If Simple doesn't defend it very, very well, properly here. With plenty of cannons, only 1 cannon thus far. The probe is about to be killed. Oh, the probe's so close to going down right there. It's gonna come down to the dance between the Hydralisk and this probe. Actually, he's gonna bring the Hydras up just to kill the probe. He does send that forward and reveals his tech. The Corsair is about to pop out, but this is kind of the best possible situation right now for Zelot. I really like the gap that's been put here by Simple. This is very hard to gun down these cannons now. Range is about to finish. He's actually able to hit this because of that gap. Hit the wall here. Without actually taking any damage and not having range either. +1 is not on the way just yet for Simple. He's desperately throwing down cannons, but he's got, I think, enough now to actually hold this off. That's 6, 7 cannons and quite a few Zealots ready to go. Can definitely jump forward and take a quick fight here. There we go, the stacking once again. The famous here, the Zealot, or the Hydra stacking from Zealot, sending the Lings forward right away. He's gonna go after one of those cannons, but the Zealot's brought forward, perfectly timed there to meet these Hydras and just prevent them from diving upon the cannons. Zealot here. Is he going to go for another dive? I see 6 drones in production, so I don't think he's gonna try it again. He's doing a much better job this time of defending his overlords. Overlords all still alive here. 3 Hydras gonna be enough to keep them alive. Actually, 4 Hydras underneath this cloud of overlords. Little bit supply blocked right now. Evo chamber and layer on the way. So this is definitely the way to follow up. I'm writing it down in my notebook right now. Little mental notebook here. Pull it out and write down this build. I mean, it's not ideal to have built this many Hydras, but you really forced a lot out of Simple. And the transition is clear. Tons of drones coming out right now, pumping himself up to 30. I think he'll want to go all the way to about 40 drones. Instantly lurker as well. The quickest lurker that you can after this attempted Hydralisk bust. He's going to try and keep his opponent back in the natural. 2 overlords here means he does not want to retreat from this position. He wants to get lurkers out, and he wants to do it ASAP. The Zealot speed is about to finish, and we've got Storm now. So he could try to come forward here and get a Storm off. Try to soften up these Hydras for the eventual Zealot move out. Ooh, gets the Dark Templar there. Beautiful. Beautiful catch there from Zealot. Not allowing that Dark Templar on the map is massive. That thing is super annoying, as we saw in the last game. You have to keep defenses almost everywhere to keep the DT out of your base. We have a kill yet? Corsair still with 0 kills, so Zealot really cleaning up his play in this game number 3. I like it a lot. Only committing to 1 Corsair though here. Simple is banking up these gateways, building like a madman, and he's attacking right as the lurkers are being produced. This is not a good moment here for Zealot. He's gonna get stormed on his lurker eggs. Does back away though. Stops those lurkers from morphing after taking a single storm. Going to refund that money as well for these 2. So he ate about 3 storms. Was that 3? I believe 3 storms were cast and only killed 2 Hydralisks. So not a bad trade there for Zealot. It's definitely going to make Simple's push out a little bit weaker here going forward. More lurkers being produced now. These ones are indeed going to finish. We've got lurkers heading out across the map now. Does he actually want to go back and try to contain once again? The Zealots are on the map in a dangerous position, may be able to take out this third base. Fourth base, excuse me. Fourth base is in danger, but pulls away. Simple, I think, send 5 Zealots, kills this base. Pretty sure, but he's hyper aware of the danger here of being caught in his natural. A lot of Zealots coming back. The Hydras are going to get kind of surrounded right now. The lurkers will burrow, and he forces Simple into kind of a rough position. You want these on the map. I don't know why he's brought these back to just sit in his natural. They're not going to be very useful in that position. Looks like 3 Zealots at least were left out here, and may be able to take down this hatchery, although we do have Hydras incoming, some lurkers as well. Drones only popping out from this location. Zealot not fully paying attention. He's actually dealing with a push out here, losing quite a few lurkers. Zealot trying to hold. He doesn't have many lurkers left over after this. One more storm comes down, but it's only on one single Hydra, and the Hydras on the top side managed to clear up the majority of those units, those dragoons. More lurkers gonna pop out here and burrow. Looks like this base was indeed saved, and now there's nothing left for Simple on the map with which to punish Zealot's greedy 4th base. Gonna try and run forward here. Zealots looks like he can just run straight through this and clean these lurkers off the map. That's funny location right there. Why is that on top of the pillars? I don't know. Great storm in the middle of this group of Hydras, pushing away the overlords as well, taking quite a bit of supply damage here. Oh, all these overlords eating all that storm as well. More Hydras are being brought forward, but the contain has been broken. Simple, it should be a simple base stay here. The 3rd base not going to be a problem here for Simple. You should be able to move forward and secure that now. But on the other hand, 4th base is now done. And Zealot going to begin saturating that location. He also has Queen's Nest on the way, so in no way is this game over. After breaking out of the contain, sometimes it feels like the Zerg player doesn't have a way back into the game. But as it stands, after breaking out of this location, I think that Zealot is still in an all right position to continue this game. One Archon there, kind of stuck at the back. I just took a look at the upgrades, +1 on either side, so really good upgrade awareness here from Zelot, just keeping on top of those. And he's actually going to finish the +2 here right on top of when +1 armor is finished, so it'll be +2 to 1-1. Simple kind of moving out on the map here, but this is a great spread of lurkers. A lot more lurkers being added on, making good use of that 4th gas. A lot of drones being transferred here to the top center. Zealot checking the top right. Looks like Zealot's more interested in taking this space, though. I like it because you can hold this location pretty easily with a bunch of lurkers. Just cannot forget to bring an overlord as well. More lurkers here in the center. Looks like this base will have to be canceled. He's gonna hide that drone, actually. Little zoom out here as Simple begins to push forward. He's got quite a few storms ready to go here, and the lurkers are getting eaten up pretty well by these dragoons. Where are the lings? There's the group of lings. He needs to bring this forward before every single lurker is dead. Only 2 lurkers remain. Bringing up some reinforcements, though. Zealot, he's got to hold this area. He's got to hold this location. He cannot allow his natural to be broken, and he does pop out A few more lurkers, another round of lings and hydras come forward as well. It's gonna push this army back temporarily here and lick his wounds. Simple backing away as well. Could be taking a fourth base here momentarily. Looks like he's ready to do so here in the center right. Is this a drop? No, just keeping an eye on everything. Zelot doing a great job of having vision absolutely everywhere. You can see he knows exactly where the Protoss army is at all times. He's ready with the lurkers. Needs to bring this army up though. Can't allow this area to be broken. Diving directly on top of this. Zelot's just jumping forward. And this is what makes Protoss so OP. He just runs over this, storms on his own units, still gonna take out all of those lurkers. Tons of lings running up, but the adrenal glands upgrade is not quite finished yet. These are gonna trade still pretty well overall. And just dragoons in the rallies. If he had zealots, maybe he could break through this. A few more zealot Templar might have been able to take that. He's not getting these rallies up to the front quite quickly enough. Zelot now eclipsing Simple in his drone count and taking his base in the center left while Simple is bogged down here on the right hand side. Simple gonna go ahead and take this base. Needs to leave a Templar or two at that location though. Cracklings are now on the field and Defilers are coming up shortly here. This is a good amount of cannons, but again, no Templar in this location. He's sending them all up to fight. This is terrible saturation here as well. Yeah, he didn't transfer enough probes to this location. And his main is actually going to mine out. This is poor mineral smoothing here. A new term for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you out there as well. But you don't want to mine out your main and natural before you're really ready. You want to kind of smooth out the mineral income so that you can stay on, you know, 3-4 bases for longer. It's like this army pushing forward, but the Dark Swarm gonna hold back a lot of these units. These zealots are so low in number at this point. Very, very difficult to break through this location. Even a sunken colony there just for good measure. Zelot prepared for anything. That was a nasty storm, killing off a full group of lings. Very annoying stuff. Looks like he's running forward with some dragons. Not sure what that was all about, but base is now going to be taken in the center right. He's going to continue to pressure over in this location. Let's see what the mineral smoothing is like here for Zelot. Looking very nice indeed. About 12 drones at each base. Not more than is completely necessary. Running forward here, not actually throwing down the good storms on top of these lurkers. Trying to take them out instead with just pure Zelot. Dragoons firing, but not hitting even a single thing. Lings run forward, and this army will have to retreat once again. Getting some decent trades. Oh, these lurkers are just sacrificial at this point. Looks like he'll get a free Defiler as well. Annoying stuff there. First plague of the game does hit every single observer, which is actually a very big deal. The observers will die incredibly fast. I love this. Zealot setting up this base in the center left with some lurkers, a sunken colony, and a spore. That's such a tough base to break. All of these lurkers are one storm apart as well. Just a beautiful position there from Zelot, but he doesn't really have anything over here. Needs to bring up his army right now. He loses one of his Defilers as well. Dragoons are starting to break through this area. It's not a huge army, and if it goes up here, he might be able to surround and kill that. Looks like our first storm drop of the night is coming through here. Storms! Oh my god, let's check those kills. 7 and 3, 10 drones go down right there. Another storm, another kill, 3 more kills, 13 total drone kills from that first storm drop. A really nice play here from Simple, and unfortunately without any Spire, looks like he's gonna throw that down now. Without any Spire, is going to say very difficult to get rid of this shuttle. It can just sit there forever and continue to just be annoying, diving in whenever The Hydras are not present. Big transfer of drones here. Bit dangerous for Zealot though, as this shuttle most likely has some high energy Templar inside. Big round of units coming up here from Simple. Can he break through this location? Can he get some more storm drops? Right now he's sitting on 4 base to 5 base. Not a bad position here, but with the addition of the Defiler, oh my god, he's got to throw down Dark Swarm. He doesn't have it. Lurkers are all stacked up here, not really doing anything at the moment. The Templar can come up and get insane storms with crazy value here as well. He's gonna make an Archon with that. Kills about 3 to 4 Lurkers with just a couple of storms. Great plague on this army though, and the Protoss will have to back away once again. Zealot holding on by the skin of his teeth, I feel, in this game. Looks like another storm drop came down and killed a whole bunch more drones at this location, although the drone count is looking pretty healthy for Zealot, and unfortunately Simple hasn't really produced that many. He's actually not transferred his probes to this third base either. Look at how few probes there are here. I'd say about 12 at this location, but he's got so many to work with. He's got no money here, no money here. I feel like double the probes at this base as at this base, which is not a good situation. Definitely want to smooth those minerals out a little bit better in the future. It's like Lurker's gonna come up here. This is a pretty scary army to go just running up with Lurkers, but Simple just backs away. He's gonna let it happen. Goes for another storm drop, gets some more kills. That's getting really frustrating here, I think, now for Zealot, who does have some Scourge out, but he's even on workers at this point. Despite, you know, having that worker lead for quite a while and continuously producing, he's just losing a lot of his drones over and over again, and not dealing with this shuttle could mean even more of the same. These Scourge really need to go up here and kill this. Looks like he's gonna run into the 4th base. 4th base is under threat. We've got a couple of Defilers here, but actually helping these Zealots by throwing a Dark Storm on them. What a few units pulling up towards the 12 o'clock, but I think Zealot is gonna have to let this one go. He's taking the base in the bottom left hand corner. He needs to bring the Overlord down here so he can get rid of this DT. And since he's mined out a lot of these minerals and this gas, and he's actually trapped this army kind of in a weird position here. Simple, he's not going to be able to get out of this location. However, this base, oh my god, this is so frustrating. Look at this. Look at this great scouting from Zealot. Does not matter because he isn't covering this ramp, and Simple is going to throw down, you know, 6-8 cannons here. The moment that Zealot figures out about he wants to know about when this base is being taken here by Simple. He absolutely needs to know, because he'll want to send his whole army up here to try and get rid of this, because you don't want to allow Protoss to snag this base and this base. It's just way too strong. This is so much money, and it's very hard to break, but he just won't know about it until it's way too late. You can see there's 6 cannons on high ground. Gonna hold off a ton of units. Of course, with a Defiler, he could break this. If he finds out about it pretty quickly here, he could bring, you know, 12 Lings and a Defiler and break this. Only 1 Zealot here to defend. It could be a huge move. I think we just heard a storm drop once again. Looks like over at this location. Not sure what happened to that shuttle though. But we did lose a few more drones, maybe just a couple. Go ahead and deal with those Archons. Finally clears out 12 o'clock. He really needs to go over here and deal with this base. Oh man, even a Robo. So you know, Simple He's absolutely going to abuse Protoss in this situation. Darkstorm goes down. This Nidus is almost complete. Can he pop some units through? Great plague there, but these Reavers are gonna break through the lurkers on this high ground. Oh, needs to bring up more lurkers. He needs to bring up everything, all his units to hold this position. Otherwise, he's just gonna lose this game. He needs bottom right or bottom left here so badly. Where are the Scourge? He needs to bring up some Scourge here as well. Ling's coming up from behind. He's gonna run forward with the lurkers to try and get some good position, but a lot of these units getting stormed on the low ground here. Lurkers have been, for the most part, killed off. The Reaver does go down at least, but we've still got one observer here, so he will pick off the remaining lurker. And man, oh man, this is really close. If he loses his position, it's gonna be lights out for Zealot. Nice plague there on those dragons. He needs to kill this Reaver shuttle, though. It's breaking through his lurker contain. Where are all the units? He needs to pop through more. Going for the Nidus network now, jumping on top of this shuttle. Can he actually prevent this from going down? More units have to pop through here. That's a lot of drones, man. If this Nidus network gets killed, every single drone here is going to be forfeit. More lurkers do pop through. This Reaver being juggled absolutely professionally by Simple, keeping that alive for an inordinate amount of time. He will back off though. Oh, keeps that shuttle and is going to head out towards the middle of the map. Zealot is going to maintain this base, but base in the top right has been held by Simple. Best move, I think, here is send some lurkers over to this location. Put lurkers right here. You know there's going to be a massive probe transfer in just a moment. Looks like Simple actually moving to cover that option. He's going to send most of his army here to the north. Zealot, I don't know what he's doing right now. Actually, he's only got 39 workers. He's only mining off of one base, I think. Oh no, two base mining. His opponent only mining off of one base. So this has become a low econ game all of a sudden, with very little minerals left on the map that are able to be mined from at this moment. He's gonna try and run up this ramp. Not gonna happen. Two Reavers here, absolutely deadly. And here comes that probe transfer. Imagine two lurkers right here. Oh my god, it would be deadly. It's not going to be the case though. All of these workers will make their way up into this top right hand corner and get the mining going for Simple once again. He's barely ahead in supply at this moment. Another observer goes down. Two observers get picked off here. That is a nice move from Zealot. He's gonna need more than that though to win this game, with that top right hand corner being taken. This is pretty much, no matter what, unless Zealot dies right here right now, going to be a very long game, a drawn out Zerg versus Protoss, where the majority of the map will end up getting mined out. What are the upgrades at this point? It should be 3-3. Oh, we don't have quite yet. Got 2-2, so he actually upgraded plasma shields to 2. That's kind of funny. And he's going to 3 here before he gets armor. I guess that makes sense since we've got plague on the map right now. Might as well just go for plasma shields. That's all you're gonna have anyway. Another drop here. Oh my, oh no. No. A lot of drones just died, guys. We were at 50 drones. I think we just lost about 30 drones there at this base and this base. Oh my god, that's so painful. And Zealot's chances in this game just plummeted. Boy, oh boy. I'm sad to miss that one. We're gonna have to go back and watch that again to find out how many drones were killed. It's like breaking through this location, but at the same time, Zealot gonna break up through this spot here as well. He's gonna get on top of these plagued Reavers and kill this Nexus here as well. Just run underneath that Darkstorm, and there you go. He does break it down, but the base down here in the bottom left, it cannot be saved. Run through the Nidus. Go through the... Why is he sending more through the Nidus? Okay, more sacrificial drones being sent through here. Not sure what the plan was there, but Zelot is going to lose this base. Simple is going to lose this base, and there will be no more mining from either player. I guess there's a tiny bit of mining. Man, I wish Zelot would have sent those workers over to this location, but he taps out. GG. Just gonna give up here. I guess the army supply was such that he wasn't gonna be able to take that game. Oh man, we gotta go back and watch that storm drop. Where was it? Hopefully I didn't skip past. Yeah, here we go. This was quite the crazy battle, by the way. These Reavers stayed alive for so long. Look at that pickup. And this position right here, amazing. He's gonna lose one of these Reavers, I think. But he did such a good job keeping these alive in this battle, even though they were plagued. Really great control there by Simple. And I'll tell you what, guys, my hatred of Protoss has not been alleviated. My disdain for Protoss late game has been kind of justified here. It's so hard to win in a late game. Look at how many drones there are here, dude. This is so many. He's even adding on more and more drones coming down here. Where is that shuttle? Where is that storm drop? Here it comes. Oh my god, that's so many drones. He tried to pull back here, but the Reavers do their work. One more. Oh my god. Is there a Templar here or something? Wait, when does this get killed? He actually cleaned that up pretty well. A little bit surprised there. Okay, that was the first drop that we missed. And we're still at 39. But I guess there's going to be a second one that comes up here as well. We've got really good vision from Zelot at this moment. He shouldn't not be able to see this coming in. Maybe just this tiny little area here isn't actually being covered. So perhaps that... Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, so sneaky. Gets the drop over in this location. And the Scourge can't catch up to it. He kills every drone here as well. So that is what happened. How frustrating is that for the Zerg player, man? You've got vision of nearly the entire map here. Let's just look at this. He sees almost everything. Almost every direction that you could come in from, and Protoss finds this tiny little corridor here to slip some shuttles through. And of course your Scourge cannot catch up to the shuttle. That is just, that's broken, man. I hate that. I hate that Scourge can't catch a shuttle. You know, bring the Scourge forward, the shuttle just picks up the Templar, flies all the way down here, drops, and gets all the kills. That is frustrating. Okay, this series hasn't helped me at all. I'll have to look for another Zerg versus Protoss with some Zerg domination to make me feel better, and that'll be coming up in the future, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were okay with my rambling, talking about my ladder matches, but it's fresh in my mind. Here are your statistics for this game. And that's gonna be it. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.